Hey guys, I'm Nathan.
I'm Marissa.
With Less Junk, More Journey. And we just want to talk for a few minutes about why we wanted to make this decision to sell our house, sell most of our stuff, and then move into an RV. This is our first video on YouTube 1,906 days ago. Since that time, we've made mistake after mistake after mistake and done our best to show you every minute of our lives living and traveling in an RV.
At some point today, I'm going to tell Nathan the secret. Alaska's special to me in general because this is where I found out I was pregnant.
You what? No, you didn't. Is that why you brought me over here?
So today we're going to reference the video you just saw, which was 5+ years ago, and that was officially our first video we ever put on YouTube, but it was not our first vlog that we ever put on YouTube. I don't know, when's the last time you think you watched this vlog?
I thought I would never want to watch it again, so it's embarrassing putting yourself out there. We had no experience filming, no videography experience. We're actually both introverts, so this was very scary. Not only is this our first travel vlog, which we were terrified to do, but this was us selling our house, moving into an RV, and starting a brand new lifestyle. So it was a very interesting and scary time in our life.
And we wanted to share this because I know some of you guys are wanting to put your life out there, whether it's through video or pictures or whatever. And we thought it'd be good to reminisce and go back and just see, this can be tough. So.
Where are we going? Can you say Texas? Yeah, we're going to Texas.
Your accent, if you think it's strong, no, I think it was even stronger when we first started.
Today we're going to look at how we pop in the RV.
So we called it popping in the slides. Most people say sliding in the slides. And you could say it either way if you're doing video, but like it drove... We got a lot of comments about don't say popping in. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, like, we don't do drinking games really or anything like that. I'll just drink some coffee every time we say it or something. But like we say popping in like crazy on this video.
Unhook things, how we get on the road, and kind of what that...
I can't keep stop. If you see my eyes, so this is what we use now. We have a flip to the side screen. And those aren't quite as obvious if you're glancing at the screen, but at the time we had a G7X, which has like a flip up screen. So when you're looking at that screen, it's like...
Feels like when you've got a 30... We've each got our own thing we do. I primarily go around the outside, make sure everything looks good and ready to pop in and unhook all the stuff.
I said pop in.
Newbie terminology, I guess. We don't even know the terms.
She pretty much crawls around and tries to undo what we've done.
I'm so glad we have these videos.
So my job is to make sure everything inside.
And you're watching this video thinking, are we gonna watch this whole video? No, I'm gonna hop around a little bit. But like, this video is less than 5 minutes long. When we started, that was the trend on YouTube, was to have videos 5 minutes, 7 minutes. They didn't recommend going over 7 or 8 minutes. I remember the first time we did a 9-minute, we're like, oh, this is so crazy long.
Nobody's gonna watch this.
No, but back then everybody watched, before we went to bed, they're watching on their phones in their bed, and now people are watching more on TVs, and so the videos have trended longer. So that's one thing, if you're gonna create video content, you pay attention to what's the trend? Or more importantly, what does my audience want?
I think it's so cool that we have these family videos on file. I think that's one of the reasons we started filming, was we thought, hey, let's film for our family, our friends, and then it kind of turned into an extended family and friends that started watching the videos. So I love that we always have these, the rest of our lives.
My job is to make sure everything inside is ready to be popped in and cleaned up and ready to go.
Nathan's gonna go inside and pop the RV in, and I'm gonna stand outside and make sure that nothing goes terribly wrong.
Loving the shaky B-roll. I think the slide wiggled a little bit with the music. I think I thought it, anyways. There's our cuss custom bed for Hensley. That
We
was
had
pretty
some
cool.
good memories
Yeah.
in that RV.
Yeah, we love this classic.
The last thing we gotta do is hook up our car.
Oh, the Subi.
In technical knowledge while I'm doing this, it was faster and easier.
finally-
It was faster and easier to hook up the Subaru to the motorhome rather than a travel trailer, or fifth wheel for that matter, to a truck. So if you're wondering that, it is faster and easier.
So we finally got everything packed up. It took us a little bit longer than anticipated this time.
always
I
takes
think
us
we're a
longer
little
than
bit rusty. Hensley's buckled up. Can you say hi?
If you're going to put your life out there, just know that even if you do try to be safe or you do try to do things a certain way, somebody's always going to feel that there could be a different way to do it, and sometimes a better way to do it. So we do love getting feedback from people that watch our videos, but just, it's part of it. It's part of it. You just, I think what we've done that's helped us with the feedback, because there's some good, some bad, we do focus on our inner circle feedback. So you need like that, maybe close family, close friends, that when they say something like, hey, you know, that video is getting a little wild, or I don't know, whatever the feedback is, you've got that close inner circle that you know when they say things, you really take it to heart, and you still listen to everybody else. But if you just totally take everything to heart that every single person says, it's good in some ways, but it can be bad in some ways too, because it can take some energy away.
We get that question a lot. How we handle, negative feedback, or do we get a lot of that? I think over time, our skin has gotten a little bit thicker. I think in the beginning, it was, I don't know, things did sting a little bit more. And
Yeah,
they still,
it was new, it was fresh. Yeah.
And they still do. But I feel like over time, we know our intentions at heart, and we know that we're just trying to be helpful and being encouraging and inspiring, and we make mistakes. We make a lot of mistakes. So it's hard putting those mistakes out there, and sometimes you don't realize they're mistakes of what you said or what you did until it's out on video and you get the feedback. But Nathan and I have always had the motto, like, we will take constructive criticism all day. We love constructive criticism because we want to grow, we want to be better, we want to learn and change the way we see the world.
So here's everything popped in, going down the road. We are heading to Texas. It's just a lot of driving, especially with a little one, keeping her in her seat.
I just want to break it to future Marissa. There's going to be 2 of those coming along. 2 kids you're going to be traveling with soon. You think that was tough.
Well, and the motorhome was nice as
Yeah.
far as like long hauls, and if you're going, like we've changed our pace a little bit with the fifth wheel. That's why we have it. But man, it was nice.
Motorhomes are great for travel. Absolutely.
A lot of driving for Nathan because I don't want to learn how to drive this thing. I think he might make me one day.
Also, to future Marissa, you do end up driving that motorhome.
I'm trying to pretend that it's a small vehicle.
That works to a point, yeah. I mean, it's basically just like driving a car, except you need to brake sooner.
Like how much sooner?
Right now, I'd say you're good.
Oh, here comes a big truck.
Danger, high voltage.
The last rest stop we were at said, beware of poisonous snakes. They must get like a discount on land that they build these rest stops on or something.
I'm gonna brag on Marissa because she has. Sometimes the insights are more powerful than others, but she has these insights that I love her insights though, and she's a deep thinker. I think that's part of being an introvert too, but like I love the way she thinks and connects things, and it's funny. Yeah,
Nathan always tells me if you find something interesting, then somebody else might find that interesting. So I think that we kind of look for things that if we point them out to each other, we're like, hey, look at that sign, look at that. Then we're thinking, maybe someone else will find that fun.
And when we first started vlogging, it's weird talking to the camera. People say, well, how do you do it? It's like I'm talking to one person to a friend. If I think about everybody out there, like I probably lock up. And that's what we did in the beginning. I mean, we were locking up.
Yeah, I wouldn't film even in front of Nathan. So I was even embarrassed to film in front of my husband, much less film in front of strangers or put it on the internet. So I used to go off to the side or run and hide. And so, yeah, we've definitely come a long way. So don't get discouraged if you feel super embarrassed.
One of the perks of having the motorhome is being able to cook dinner as we're going down the road. So I had
Just not pizza.
chicken,
cooking in the convection microwave, and we're gonna have stir fried, and then we stop at a rest stop and we get to eat.
So we're in a Walmart parking lot, and we're gonna try our first night of boondocking in a Walmart parking lot. See how that goes.
I guess, yeah. We just jumped right into it apparently. So
Look at us.
well, again, in a motorhome, you got the generator, and we have to
Right.
worry about the batteries and some of that stuff. But yeah, we were crazy. Yeah, that's it. I was like 4 minutes and 48 seconds.
Oh, wow.
And I think if you're creating content, especially video, like it's better to have shorter content that's very watchable, contains a story, does a good job getting people to the end, versus having something super long that people don't stick with the whole time. I think for all the things maybe we did wrong in the beginning, that we just, and not wrong, we were doing the best we could, and we still are. We'll look back at this video later probably and be like, what were we thinking? Yeah. But for everything we did wrong, I think we already kind of understood some things about telling story. We were just sharing what we felt. We were changing as the characters in the story, as the story went along, for what we're learning and how we're growing, and trying to help the audience feel connected with us. I think more than anything, and you do this through pictures on Instagram and video as well, like you're telling that story in a way that you're connecting with your audience.
We're always lost. We should
you
never,
just follow the
ever,
trail.
ever sign up for the Amazing Race together.
It ran into a barbed wire fence. I didn't know it was going to do that. Why did it run into the fence? Why does the trail just...
Even though you're the one on video or you're the one in the picture, you're not the hero. We're thinking, okay, what are the fears, what are the struggles you guys could have when you leave the house in that RV and do this for the first time? And how can we share what we went through and connect in that way? So yeah, we're on the video, but no, we're not really the heroes.
Filming on YouTube was not our intention in the beginning, but I'm really glad that we took that leap of faith. Nathan and I always have this saying where we get to 95% and then we leap. We're never going to be 100%. Mm-hmm. If we get to 100%, then I feel like we're never going to make the leap. So,
well, you want to make a little bit of calculation. You don't want to get to 50% and leap. That's when you fall in the, so like
calculated
risk.
It was terrifying. It still is, at times putting our lives out there. And I think sometimes people think, well, I don't have a story to share, or my life isn't interesting, or I don't have anything to say. But I feel like everybody can help somebody. So we have those same thoughts, those same fears at times, but it's that one person that comes up to you, encourages you, and says, I am doing this with my life because of your videos, or because of your videos, this has changed me.
We constantly in our story talk about popping in the motorhome. Just want to drink, but with your story or with your pictures, it is tough because there's a blaring number, no matter what that number is to you, that everybody sees. And that can be discouraging in the beginning. I don't know how many views this one has, but a lot of our videos, 8, 10, 12,000, which is still a lot of views, I know. But starting off, like getting 100 views was a huge deal. Getting 1,000 views, whatever that number is to you, I think if you feel and embrace this concept of I'm doing this to make a difference, even if it's only one person, it helps with that blaring number, whatever that number is, above your picture, above your post, above your video. Because that deeper sense of purpose, regardless of what those numbers are, because it does not change. Even today, 5 years later, yeah, it's a different number on our videos, but if we only focus on that number above our video, there's always going to be that feeling of, oh, but look at that person, or look at that post. And so it doesn't change. This video, as it ends, we talked about going to... No, actually, did we stop in Little Rock? Yeah, we're waiting over. Little Rock was a surprisingly good stop. We waited in the Walmart parking lot to get into this campground that we heard was pretty cool in Little Rock, just to get into this campground. So if you want to see that video, you can click our Season 1 playlist that has this and our others as a storyline. They're short. I think they're still good. Take it easy on us.
They're a work in progress.
They're a work in progress. But if you want to watch those videos, you can click on the playlist link and check those out. But that is our journey for today. Until next time, let go, get going.